Hi friends, good evening. Welcome to another important session for Sunday meditation class. My name is Charan and I have been in meditations more than about 10 years, 10 plus years. And thanks for giving the opportunity, each one of you. It's a wonderful opportunity like we all got. We are able to meet here now. And most importantly, we have to convey our thanks to Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi ma'am and the Total Quantum Life University, without which we would not have this wonderful opportunity to learn, right? So again, thank you so much, and sorry for the inconvenience. There is a 5 minutes delay, about 8 minutes, I think. Yeah, 8 minutes delay from our end. There was some technical glitch. We are trying to fix it and join. So again, to briefly discuss more about today's topic, this is about a book called Ikigai. It's a technique from Japanese technique, which helps us, live long and happier. How to stay young, live long and happier. We all know like how you know meditation is helping, dhyan is helping each and every day, each and every minute. How to stay connected with ourselves, right? And when I realized this from meditation, I understood more and more from my sadhana that this physical and spiritual both should be balanced properly, as our gurus tells every time. Both of these should be balanced properly and go hand in hand. As we see any train or a bus will be traveling on all the wheels, right? If suppose any one of the wheel is actually having some imbalance, there is a lot of imbalance in the total bus or the total journey, right? So in the similar fashion, we all need to balance our day-to-day life. Most of us, what we do, we like spirituality a lot. So many people, what they do, they leave everything in the physical world, they renounce everything there, and they try to catch hold of the spirituality, and they try to continue their journey, which many people get imbalanced, and not only physical imbalance but also causes spiritual imbalance too. Of course, there are people who have succeeded there. It doesn't mean that people haven't succeeded, but we should be able to cross check the state where we are standing in, whether I'll be able to balance both the things hand in hand, or is it going to cause any imbalance for my day-to-day life. So always our guru says try to balance both of them. Don't renounce anything from the physical world. So you are married, marry and lead your life. If you are with your parents, take care of them. If you have kids and total family, take care of them. While taking care of them, make sure you have your sadhana too, which means meditation, book reading, and meeting all the people, spiritual people, I mean to say, right? Swadhyaya, Sajjana Sangatya, and Dhyan, all these things, all these three. So why I'm saying all these things is before starting any discussion about this book, I'm just giving a brief on what my understanding is all about. Because if any of these is having any imbalance, there'll be a lot of imbalance. If suppose we don't have a spirituality in life, okay, so it has a lot of impact. So before spirituality, after spirituality, there is a lot of difference, right, in our lives. So before spirituality, it was just the physical world that we used to um, live day-to-day life with a lot of sorrows, sadness, or imbalances, or it can be anything. But after we step into spirituality, spirituality teaches a lot, mainly from our sadhana, day-to-day sadhana, right? And when we read all these books, right, when we do sadhana, so the knowledge we are gaining from books helps, I mean, the sadhana helps to actually imbibe all those points into our lives and convert that into wisdom. So this helps a lot actually, right? And apart from that, if suppose like we have any, I mean, as I discussed, sorry, as I was discussing about the spirituality only, people who catch hold on spirituality only and renouncing the physical life, they also have many imbalances, right? Many challenges will be there. So whatever we are learning, so we practice and we put it into implementation in day-to-day lives, which actually teaches us, okay, where we are standing, what I'm doing, whether I'm able to properly, whatever I'm learning, I'm able to apply in my daily life, and somebody is triggering me, then what happens? So am I able to apply all those wisdom and follow whatever I have been learning in my day-to-day life or not? If somebody is poking me, or if somebody is teasing me, if somebody is scolding me and testing my anger, so whatever I have learned, so is it successfully being applied by me or not? Right? So this way, both are very important. Both are two wheels of our journey, importantly. Right? So without any of these, like it's uh, lot of impediments in our growth, day-to-day growth, whether it may be spiritual or physical, both of these, right? So what happens is when you try to balance everything, both going hand in hand. So you can see lot many transformations in our lives, right? So that is my overall understanding of how both should be going hand in hand. And especially, even though this book is talking more about how to live long, and lot many points it is bringing up there, especially uh, even though it is not totally spiritual book, but it helps a lot to actually how to balance both of them equally. Because always our gurus say like, please try to balance both of them. Don't try to stick to any of these, only one among these, right? So that's what my understanding is. And this book has lot of very good points and very good journey where Japanese has applied different techniques. They have learned and put all the points together in the form of a book where we have all the very important points how to actually live our life differently, uniquely, each and every moment, each and every day, till end of our each breath, right? So uh, not only this helps to live long, so we are staying in the body as a soul, we are staying in the body, but what we are doing, we're just concentrating our breath and we are continuing. But also it is our own responsibility. Sorry, it's our own responsibility to actually um, to take care of this body. Many people, what they do, I'm meditating since many days, no health issue comes to my body. I can take care, so I can resolve anything through meditation. No, not like that. Every energy, whatever we are uh, earning out of our meditation and sadhana, we have to very carefully, uh, you know, uh, spend it. Very carefully spend it. And the energy which the body is in need of, that needs to be given through proper food, proper thinking, proper way of seeing, proper way of talking, everything properly, right? So it's not like, no, everything I can do through meditation. Yes, it helps, but what is the energy? I mean, what is the purpose of we gaining that energy through meditation? What is the main intention? What is the main motto? We are gaining a lot of energy through meditation, right? How we are going to utilize, what purpose we are going to utilize that energy for? Have we ever think of that point? So especially when I was experiencing all these things, I realized that, Okay, whatever I am learning, that is good. Whatever I am applying, that is also good. But whatever I am going through the phase, I should not actually, combine or mix up the energy between physical world and the spiritual world. Both are two tracks, right? So we should ensure that both are being balanced properly. So there are many rules in this book. So to start with the overview of this book, so the author who has started putting up all these things in the book has his points included with all his journey, getting all these learnings here in this book. Okay. So what he has done is he has traveled many places and throughout these Japan, and he has visited many places and he has understood by meeting with different people like how they are following and what are the things they are actually taking care to live long, what are the different techniques they are applying, and how they are actually ensuring they are living long. There are many people who actually are living long more than 100 years, 90 plus years. Every time he meet any person there, so he saw every old age person is at least more than 80, 90 years of age. So there are many people who has crossed 100 years and still they are living very happily without any dependency. So which was very surprising, right? So these days, what's happening? So in India, if suppose we are taking an example, we are all stick to certain age that okay, my life is up to 60. Beyond 60, yeah, 60 has become now these days 100 years. So previously it was 100 years. Everybody used to wish live long 100 years, but these days this 60 years has become 100 years. I'm living 60 years. That is enough for me. That's more than enough. What is this? If you want to do more sadhana and enlighten, so we are enlighten and also do any Lok Kalyana, part of any Lok Kalyana things. So what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to live long. We are here actually to do lot of work, spiritual works, right? It's not simply coming and leaving this body, fulfilling these physical desires, right? So we have our own responsibilities. I mean to say the purpose. So we have our own purpose to fulfill and complete it before we leave this body, right? So as a part of this, the design, whatever we have uh, come across, so we are actually supposed to what to do? We're actually supposed to take care of ourselves. How is my soul journey? How is my physical journey? Everything we have to properly balance, right? So so let me start with few of the points. Few of the important points like how to actually start with and inculcate all those things in our daily lives. Because this is a wonderful book, but especially make sure that we are reading this book and including all the points in our life. Okay, so so today we'll just talk briefly about this so that at least we have a good takeaway from this session. And especially, I request every one of us to actually start implement each and every point, whatever we learned today. Okay. So eating 80% full. The first point I want to take is about eating 80% full. So what we do is generally we overeat or we eat very less or we break down our eating habits into multiple times in a day and we try to eat as many times as we can. There are many people and many rules and regulations they follow the way they eat. Some people say don't drink anything while eating. Some people say like it is important to drink also to get the food digested. So there are many things actually, but what is exactly right? Right? So we have to start exploring them. exploring each point, like how to inculcate and follow any points in our day-to-day lives, right? So see, suppose if I'm considering my digestive system, in the digestive system, it has some space, some suppose 500 grams of space. If I'm filling that with total 500 grams or more than that, so what will happen? Will there be any space for it to digest? So for example, like we are taking a bucket and we want mild hot water. Okay, we are filling the bucket with totally cold water. So what will happen? Will there be any space for any hot water to fill in to make it mild? Now the water will be cold. We will not have any hot water anymore, right? So in the same fashion, so whatever we are doing, whatever we are eating, so we have to ensure that the stomach is at least 20 to 30% empty. See, for example, in meditation, what we are doing, so we are making our mind empty, right? So that I'm able to use my 100% mind efficiency, right? So before meditation, I mean, we used to keep that mind totally busy, that all unwanted way of thinking, all unwanted way of, doing things. All these things are totally occupied in the mind. So this minute itself, I will be having 100 thoughts. So how it will be? We'll not be able to concentrate on this way or the other way, right? So to ensure that everything is balanced, so while meditating, we are getting that balance, that we are keeping, almost trying to keep that mind empty, which means we are actually filling the mind with only what we actually need. That's all. We are removing all the unwanted things, negative things, everything, right? So in the same fashion, so whenever we are trying to fill the stomach, let's make sure we are filling it only 70 to 80%. Okay, then we have that uh, enzymes stepping into the stomach to digest all the food, whatever we are taking, and digest all the food, right? So otherwise, where will it get the space? So if you see, try to eat it, try to do it. Even I am trying that. Frankly speaking, even I am failing many times here, but still I am trying to do that. And so try to do this, something like this. So try to overeat one day. How do you feel? So how do your brain function during that time? How your total body is functioning? So we will feel very lethargic, right? So we will not feel like doing any work, right? So the total body is behind digesting that food, right? So the energy that it is distributed across the body, the whole energy that will now be pushed to the stomach part to digest that food, that is 100%, 110%, 120%, whatever that is coming out of our overeating habits. Some people overeat when they feel very sad or very low, right? So such kind of things we have to ensure we are actually making sure of our intake of food is very cautious. And recently somebody asked, like, sir, even though I'm consuming that way, like, can I take any kind of food? Can I take any food? I suggested better you eat food that body understands the language of. What I mean to say here is, take some half a kg or 300 grams of fruits, whatever the weight you have the food. For example, I'm giving. Take 300 grams of fruits. Take 300 grams of the vegetarian food, which is cooked, maybe rice, roti, whatever you eat. Okay, take 300 grams of meat. So now just think which is going to get digested very fast. So meat will take a lot of time, right? And the cooked food, which will take some hours of time, 3 hours or 4 hours, something like that, right? And in both these cases, just observe the mindset, how it will be during that time. Okay. And in the very first case, only fruits, right? So in only when we are intaking any only fruits, just observe yourself, how your body is reacting, how your mind is reacting, how your total body is actually functioning. All these things, if we are trying to observe, what will happen? So we'll be able to understand like how peace, calm, and happy our body and our mind will be, right? When we are taking fruits. And also we observe that the fruits are getting absorbed easily by the body, which means it is getting digested very fast, right? See, if you're taking fruits, same quantity of fruits, it is getting digested very fast, right? Otherwise, all the other foods, it is taking a lot of time, right? So by this, we'll be able to understand like what kind of body and how our total body is actually in sync with the total nature. Because whatever the seasonal fruits or vegetables that we are getting during that time, the body is in need of that. And when we take them, it actually absorbs very easily, right? Whenever it is absorbing, if there is any unnecessary or unwanted things, what it will do? It will try to throw it or push it to some part of the body. All these things will be happening. So for our good sadhana and everything, so let's try to eat healthy food and 80% food. So frankly speaking, I have been eating once or twice a day since almost 4+ years. So during Corona time, what happened? Like we are sitting in home and we are just uh, not doing any work, right? So we don't have anything to roam around or outside or going to offices, any business, so whatever it may, everything is freezed during that time. So during that time, I was eating and sitting at home, and I'm a software engineer by profession, and I was using only my fingers, right? So apart from fingers and brain, nothing was working. So then I realized, okay, I'm taking food, whatever whatever I need, more than the quantity, whatever I need of. Then I decreased it to twice. So 10 o'clock I was eating, and evening 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock I was eating again. And it has taken some time to adjust, but still, yeah, it was wonderful. Only the mind plays a vital game with us, that it tries to ask us to overeat or eat 3 times, 4 times, what are the number of times we want. Then I practiced that, and slowly I tried one day of eating, 1 time a day of eating. And slowly I practiced, even though I'm eating once a meal, two meals or one meal. So I'm trying to inculcate some of the fruits in the evening or some of the um, grains in the evening. And if suppose like if I'm taking any leafy vegetable juice or vegetable juices in the morning or fruit juices and some of the fruits, and afternoon one meal, and in evening again the vegetable juices and everything, it was more than enough actually. We are eating more than enough what we actually want. So one meal, if we are taking perfectly, whatever we want, we can give the choice for us ourselves. Like whatever we want, we can eat it during that time. So other than that, other 2 times or 1 time, so we can have some healthy food, fruits or anything. That is more than enough for this body. This body will be able to properly balance everything with that food energy that it is getting, right? And the second point this book is talking about is Okinawa diet. So there's a place called Okinawa from the author, like he visited the place called Okinawa. And surprisingly, there's a diet they are actually following, and many are following. There, surprisingly, he met with many people who are actually more than 100 years old. I mean, they are all centenarians actually. So all these people are centenarians, that they are all like more than 100 years, and the way the diet they are following is they are taking, even though they are taking fruits and vegetables a lot, they have made their diet and their breakfast or lunch or dinner, whatever they are eating, so colorful that they're including all the varieties of vegetables, leafy vegetables and everything, so that they are able to make their diet more interesting every day, and it is not bored, right? And it is not monotonous for them every day eating the same thing. See what happens, many people, what they do is they want to start a diet. I have seen many such people. They want to start a diet, and the very next day they try to do it. They start with doing all these things. They give up all the food that they are taking, the cooked food, everything they like. Suddenly they will stop and they will try to pressurize that, suppress that, so that all the 2 times or 3 times whatever they are trying to eat, they try to eat healthy food. And at some point of time it gets bursted that they'll stop doing everything in one shot at a time. So there is a great imbalance, right? So if you are going in a great balance, right? So if you want to eat whatever you want, eat it, but also inculcate day by day few fruits, vegetables, everything. So slowly you are tuning up to whatever you want to do. So even though the process is slow, you'll get 100% productivity in a long run, right? So taking a healthy diet like fruits and vegetables, grains, and what they have done is they haven't included any sugar and salt. Salt and sugar, they totally avoided. So this is the diet they followed. And there are different herbs of teas they were actually taking, hot tea, so that it was actually helping them digest and nurture each and every cell there with the antioxidants. So that's the way they planned their diet. And in that place called Okinawa. And in Okinawa, even now, it seems like we can meet many centenarians, many people who have actually crossed 100. Minimum to minimum, what he's saying is at least we can meet people at least 90 years of age, right? So when he's talking about this, I was realizing about our India. So many yogis are there who are actually, even after hundreds of years, they are still meditating in Himalayas and they are still living. So in front of media, many people don't come or they will be busy in their works. But in front of media, like recently we have seen 130 years of old age of guy who is still actually following all these things, doing yoga, meditations and everything, and still living and teaching this, right? See how the longevity is, right? So this is one of the very important point about Okinawa diet, right? And the next one is the point we learn from this book is no need to sit for any long hours. So if suppose we are a software engineers and we are working in front of the computer, don't try to sit in front of the computer for long hours, any long hours. Try to make them short. And if suppose we are spending suppose some 20 minutes, half an hour, or 40 minutes, something like that, take a break. Take a break, like talking to someone or moving here and there, or take a quick walk to get some water. So give some break to your body, total body, which means actually each and every part from your body needs rest. Give a break for it. Actually, all these things, each and every point we are going to discuss about, it's not only about living long, but also staying young. So if you observe all these habits, it also helps live long as well as very young, right? See, for example, if you are buying a car, okay, if you are buying a car and it has run for about 15 years, 15 years from now, and it has run about 50,000 kilometers, let's say, okay. So what is the car's duration? If I'm taking a very basic car, at least if we are giving very good maintenance, very good, servicing on time, if we are taking care of it, it minimum to minimum, it runs for 1 lakh kilometers. Very basic car I'm talking about. Maximum, it will 1 lakh, 1 lakh 10,000, something like that. After that, it starts giving repairs, right? So 15 years of duration. So I have roamed around using the car for about 50,000 kilometers. Okay. So there are 50,000 kilometers more to run for this car, right? Because I'm taking care of the car very nicely. If suppose, let's say like in the same 15 years of time, within first 5 years or 10 years, I am running total 100,000 kilometers, which means 1 lakh kilometers. What will happen? It will start giving all the repairs, everything, right? Right. So even though I'm giving proper service for each and every 10,000 kilometers, I'm giving a service, proper service and proper care I'm giving. But still, after 1 lakh kilometers, what will happen? The same thing, right? So here the longevity varied, right? The longevity varied based on how it was actually taken care and used, right? So if suppose in the other case we'll take, we have run only 50,000 kilometers in the whole 15 years of time. And all these 15 years, I am not giving proper service or proper care with this car. What will happen? For 50,000 kilometers itself, it will come to bore, right? It will start not working properly. It will give a lot of repairs, one after the other, one after. So in the same way, we have to ensure that uh, if you want to live long, make sure we are not sitting at one place to make our body lazy or any other side effects, right? Keep taking regular breaks. And coming to the next point is, fourth point is stress. It's about stress. Stress, what they are saying is, what that author is talking about is, it is a killer of longevity. So the more we are stressed, the more we are actually nearing towards the death, or the more diseases we are actually inviting to this body. So see, suppose like these days, we are seeing many people, many diseases, even very engaged, people are dying, right? So when they are taking them to doctor is telling stress, because they are stressed out, they are actually dying. So so very in a very engaged, right? So what will happen during that time? What will happen during that time? So what's happening when we are stressed? What's happening? So it is actually impacting whole nervous system and traveling throughout the body, which is actually causing a lot of anger, anxiousness, aging in our body quickly, and a lot of sadness, lot of stress, lot of uh, diseases, and a lot of aging. If you see many people, I mean, at least few people or many people, even though they are at the age of 20 or 25, 30, they look like some 30, 35, 40, something like that, right? Some people, if you take an example of, even though they are 50 or 60, they look like some 30. I have seen many people, they say like, even though they are actually 60 years, they look like some 30, 40. And best example is our Newton sir. So see how they both look, Newton sir and Lakshmi ma'am. They don't look like 50s or 60s or something like that. 50 plus years of old, they never look like that. They're actively working as equally as some 20, 30 years of old people. And more than that, maybe more than that. They are very energetic, and they look like that also, right? They just look like some 20, 25, 30s. That's all, right? So many such people are there, and even I have done a lot of experiments on this. Even I do that. Even I don't age by what I look like, right? So if I compare with my age, I still look like many people in my office. They think still I'm a fresher. That's what they tell till date. So because these meditations and the food habits that we are following at home, so all these things are helping us a lot, especially. So as I was giving an overview before I started about this book, right? So what my understanding is all about, both physical and spiritual balance should be there. and both we have to take care. And I have been taking care, and I have been learning many things from this. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful to be part of QLU and spirituality, because I am learning a lot of things. Learning has become part of my life each moment. Uh, right? So stress. So we're talking about stress. So stress kills the longevity basically, and what it does is it degenerates the process, total process. Actually, whenever we are not in stress, it is a generative process, day by day generative process, which actually helps us our body nurture with all the things whatever we need of. But with stress, it is a degenerative process. Very quickly we will become aged. Very quickly we will get all the diseases to this body. See, these days, as we discussed, very engaged, like people are getting diseases. And also uh, in olden days people used to get diseases at age of 90, 100, 80, something like that. That too very minor, very minor. But all those things, like more than that, I can say more than those diseases these days, people are getting those kind of diseases starting from the age of 30, 40, 50 and on. Why? Because stress is also playing an important role in our lives. So meditation helps to totally de-stress that, right? And coming to the next point is, practice negative visualization. So this is one of the wonderful point. Even though it was tricky, I felt very interesting this one. So I didn't understand for some time. So what is this practice of negative visualization? We have spoke about and learned about visualization, but what is this negative visualization? So what the author is saying is, let's think about any worst situation that happened, okay, that came into our mind, or for example, like I got some negative thought that uh, whether I'll be getting any disease, or what will happen if I lose my job, or what will happen if I lose all the money whatever I have, or what happens if I lose some person in my life. It can be anything. So during that time, what will happen? So he's telling, close your eyes and try to visualize, like what if that thought, whatever I am getting into my mind, what if that happens in my life? How that total life after that it will happen. So after that thought gets manifested, what will happen rest of my life? So passing through all these things and helping ourselves come out of it and replace it with wisdom and make our life better. So that's one very good way of actually embracing that particular negative thought or negative thing, and trying to find the root cause where it is coming from, and trying to travel and find out the root cause and come out of that. Very practically, I have seen it. Yeah, that is true, right? I felt, yeah, that is true. It is very good. Traveling through that and coming out of it, that's a very wonderful thing, because most of the times what we do is we ignore it, we suppress that. We don't try to actually, travel through it, embrace it. We hate such kind of thoughts, right? Oh, this thought, okay, without that person, I can't live only. Immediately we'll say, without that person, I can't live. Without that money, no, I can't live. I need money. I have to do anything for this money. So we think many such things, and really that negative thoughts leads to many negative things that we try to do in our life, that we try to think in our life and impact our life as well as the surrounding lives, right? But this technique has more interesting things to actually learn about. And let's go to the next technique is creating financial redundancies. So what this technique is teaching is, see, plan your financial activities. So if you are really concerned about your life, we are in a position to balance everything. Then we are supposed to actually save our money properly, which helps us balance our current, future, right? Future lives, current and future lives. So even after we become old, when we try to save money, that money helps us after our retirement period, right? And one more technique he is telling as a part of this financial redundancies is try to add any additional income. If suppose I'm working as a software engineer, try to have any additional small income so that we'll be able to balance our life even after old age, because as a meditator we have a lot of challenges, a lot of things to fulfill. So to balance all these things, let's ensure that we are creating additional income. For example, he has given an example that in Japanese, whatever the farmers they are actually cultivating, they are getting all the fruits, vegetables, and everything. What they are, I mean, they are getting from their own farms. What they are trying to do is to create a secondary income. They are only taking all those things and selling in the market. So that's how actually they try to create their own jobs for themselves, primary and secondary jobs, and which actually help them generate the income likewise, right? So such way, like we think and we try to see, we get many ideas because our talent is like infinite. So we have a number of talents within hidden ourselves. So when we try to bring them out, we learn a lot. We know more about ourselves. We can bring all those talent outside that we can get that income easily generated for us, right? And coming to the next point is take it slow. So some time ago, even we are talking. So even though we are not inculcating each and every food habit from the day one, try to slowly uh, include one after the other, so that daily habits one after another, it nurtures us a lot. So what he's saying is in this book, take everything slow. The more slow living we have, the better quality of life we have. Like for example, if I'm enjoying with my parents or my family or friends, right? So we got a thought that, oh, next I have to catch the flight. Next I have to do some work, important work, but it has time, of course. So that thought, it is spoiling the current moment, whatever we are currently enjoying in. So instead of that, if we are trying to slow down there and try to observe ourselves, what is that exactly happening with this thought with me? Why am I trying to go there to the next work, which is very important, even though it's not urgent, even though it is very important, which I can actually complete within end of the day, which will take some 10 minutes, maybe. Okay. So evening after going home or something, I can spend some 10 minutes, I can do it. I have met some important friends now, and we are having very important conversation. And that kind of thought has come into my mind. And I'm not thinking any, I'm not thinking about any second thought. Immediately I'm packing everything and moving from away from my current friends or family. And immediately I am jumping in there. What will happen? That anyhow I will be able to complete it after reaching there within 10 minutes. But currently, whatever I have planned for my current moment, everything is spoiled, right? Everything is gone. We can't get it back. So that is the reason. So what he's suggesting is there are a number of such things that happens in our life, but prioritize your life. So which actually helps balance in our current moment. Instead of going very fast, slow down. Think about that first. What is that very important thing that I can do in my present moment that helps me currently? That is very important also in my life. So right now, these days, one more example I see is we're running behind money or behind something else, leaving all the important time without giving to our families, and we are behind something. And before we die, when we look back, what are the memories we have? I'm not saying that money is not important or money earning is not important, but balancing both of them is important. At some point of time, when we go back, what are the memories I have in my life with my child, or with my wife, or with my husband, or with my parents, or with my in-laws? We can't get them back, right? It is very difficult. But whenever we have this love and life balance totally with our professional life, so everything we can do very happily, enjoying the work, right? So everything goes hand in hand, very balanced way, right? So let's take things slowly, very slowly. Even though we are taking time, it's okay. Let's learn it slowly, but perfectly, right? So next point that we come to know from this book is about our mental work. Mental work is like what the author is saying is uh, we have to keep our brain active. So there uh, in Ikigai book and in Okinawa, what they have done is they have inculcated so many habits that their brain gets active. See, for example, in olden days, I mean, sorry, let me take my words back. When many people grow older, okay, what they do is many people I have seen, we have retired, sir, we want to aramse be there. And many such people, they get depressed and they don't know what to do, and they'll feel lonely at some point of time. So all these things makes them so depressed, and their impact also was there on the society, that society in the sense, I mean their family members, that they don't have much work and they try to control everything there. I'm not saying negatively, but many such things are happening, right? So I'm just giving an example of few things. I don't mean that everyone is like that, but that's kind of instance which I'm seeing. So they try to control over everything, and they try to imbalance their life also, as well as the dependents' lives also, right? So instead of that, if any person is actually working, whether they are doing any household works, or it can be any activities, or it can be their business, or reading books, or it can be anything. So what we try to do is our brain is totally busy now doing different things, right? So what will happen? We'll be young, always young. Even at the age of 100, 80, we'll be very young. So this best example I can give of my grandmother. So I have seen her, even though she was 80 plus years old, so almost 2 years before she vacated her body, but till during that time, during the last moment of her life, even though she was having knee pains and everything, at least she used to do her own work. She never used to depend on anyone. Even though her daughter-in-law is cooking something, she will go to the kitchen and she asks her, "Give me some work." Even though she tells, "No, don't do, go and take rest," she won't listen. "No, I can't stay like that, and I want to do some work." She used to give herself some work, even whether it may be cutting vegetables or talking to someone. She was so sharp that, like, sometimes we become lethargic, or what you say, inactive. But I have never seen her inactive. Never seen her inactive. She was very sharp. That even though you make some sarcastic comments or tease her, right? She immediately gives us back, like even in the same funny fashion, I'm saying. So that's how she was very funny and loving. That's a very best example I can give. Such way, like we should be able to live whatever the age we are in, whether it may be 60s, 80s, 180s also. We can actually stay young by making our brain active. Okay, we have to start thinking differently. We have left brain and right brain, right? So left brain and right brain. So both of these things we have to make them active with very unique habits, or reading some books, or learning some new things. If suppose, for example, in day-to-day life itself, like we are writing with the right hand, we can try with the left hand one day. Okay, and the whole day we can do all the works with left hand. If you want to clean your shelves or align your bookstore, everything we can do it with the left hand. And today I'm cooking something. Okay, so the same dish next time I'm cooking, I can try differently. What is the different way I can actually cook today? The same thing, same dish. So what happens here is the way we are doing any work monotonously, whether it may be cooking or wearing a shoe or talking to a person, or it can be anything. Monotonous has made our life so monotonous that even no need to think of what we are doing there. No need to use our brain. Just simply we are doing. That's all. Gone, right? Everything we are doing monotonously, like we no need to use our brain, no need to think about it. So whenever we are doing it, let's make it unique and different, so that the learning is all active every moment, right? So this is very important point. I also like very much actually. And the next point, coming to the next point, it is about sleep. Sleep is one more important point here in this book they are talking about. So it is one of the best anti-aging thing, right? So it is not about sleeping doesn't mean that we have to sleep for very long hours. Whatever sleep we are giving to the body, 8 hours of sleep, we can give total proper deep sleep. So even initially I was confused what uh, this book is talking about. Then I realized, okay, we are bringing all the topics to talk from the whole world into the bedroom when we sleep. Some people, right? Some people, most of the people these days, this one as well as bringing mobiles into bedroom. Bedroom, what is it is supposed to be? Take rest, give rest to the body, total part of the body. Each and every part of the body is in need of rest. You know one thing? Each and every part of this body, it is a clock that actually ticks in. So for liver, there is a certain time where it tries to clean itself. For kidneys, there is specific time to clean. So without which, we're actually making it so busy that after 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock also, we are feeding the body food so much that it is not getting time to actually digest it and repair each and every part of the body. The total body and its parts are behind digesting the food. The total energy is here, digesting the food, right? So how about this? How about this? So sorry, there is a small disturbance outside. Let me close some window. Just yeah, thank you so much. Sorry for the inconvenience. So so let's not bring all these things into the bedroom. So whenever we are actually coming into the bedroom, let's turn off all our mobiles and everything, keep it aside. And also, let's not talk about anything. Whole family, it is a very precious time for our family. We can all sit together and meditate, holding hand in hand or sitting together. We can meditate for some time. We can talk about some good things during that time, and we can go to bed. So which actually pleases and pleasants our mind, calms down our mind, and gives us a deep sleep. So in this deep sleep, even though we are sleeping for less duration, it gives full-fledged deep sleep. So even I have tried many such techniques actually. I tried to sleep 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and I tried to sleep at 8 o'clock also. So when I slept at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, what happened is I used to wake up early. By 2 o'clock itself, I used to wake up and I was full energetic. I don't have anything, and the whole day I used to sleep, remain active and energetic. These days, who are sleeping by 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock? So then it reminded me about the villages in India. Every village or every Indian, we used to sleep by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Go home, take rest, spend with your family, take rest and go to bed. So that is the reason they lived so long. This is not something that is unknown to us. It is a known thing. See how it is helping. And the next point, coming to the next point, finding our own purpose. So what author is saying is, without any purpose in life, there is the life is totally devastated, totally frustrated without any purpose. So here the authors, what he found out is logotherapy, a technique called logotherapy, which actually gives and searches the purpose of life. There is one more technique, which logotherapy, wonderful technique. This this amazing technique, which I liked so much, and we all have to include this logotherapy also in our lives, day-to-day lives. And the next point, coming to the next point, it is cultivating our relationships. Okay, so talk to as many people as you are meeting. So whenever you go outside, meet some different people, talk to them openly, talk to them, be happy, express yourself, and try to get information from them. So which actually is again one more learning and experience very good love between your family. Experience your family. The more time you try to be healthy way with your family, friends, and all the other people when we go out, we'll be able to live so longer and healthier. See, for example, there is a saying like, if you want to, I'm unable to recollect that. If you want to walk alone, you will go to a shorter distance. If you walk together, you will travel to a longer distance. There is something similar to like this, right? So what it means is, if we are traveling together, right, there is a wonderful way of loving and living our life in the longer run. But simply going alone and traveling alone, it is very short, So that's the way we should be able to cultivate our relationships and live longer, travel longer, seek our goals, stay longer, right? And next point, what Arthur is talking about is seek flow. This is one more wonderful point. Even it has taken some time to understand, but it was very good thing. Seek flow. So what he's saying is, he has been telling, the happiest people who are not achieving something, most of the people who spend time more time than others in the state of flow and enjoy the workflow with obsession, which won't make you tired. Actually, what happened is, the work we are doing in our daily lives, if we are enjoying the work and doing, then it helps us a lot, be happy, spending time most of the time with ourselves, everything, right? To achieve many things in our life, right? So the more happiest we are, the more things we can do, and the more enjoy we. I mean, the more work we do with a lot of joy, the more we'll be able to enjoy our work, right? So if we are working in our day-to-day lives, if suppose, for example, I am working as a software engineer, I don't like this work, I hate this work, and I'm working daily forcefully and forcing myself, then what will happen? At some point of time, I'll be more frustrated that I will get imbalanced in every aspect of my life, because it is not more interesting. My total work, which is actually helping earn my bread and butter, is not helping me to continue that in the long run, because I'm not enjoying that. I'm just trying to suppress that so that I'm not, you know, entertaining that, giving a major role in that, right? So whenever I try to enjoy that work, what I can do, I can be more productive, I can be more happy, right? I can create very healthier environment in this that software industry where I am working in. So such kind of many things. See, for this, coming to this example, before coming into meditation, there was a lot of difference the way I was working. After coming into meditation, there was a lot of difference. Again, After deep diving into meditation and learning and teaching many things in this meditation, there is a lot of learning with myself, and also the way I am working in every aspect. There is a lot of change, and still continuing. The change is still continuing. So the positive way of life that has become, day by day, it has become more and more and more in every aspect of my life, in every way of my life, whether it may be personal life, professional life, or it can be outside world life. All these things are has become very wonderful, right? So now, before we actually recollect all the 12 points, whatever we have learned is from this book, recall this 10, 12 points. I'd like to give an overview, like, of QLU. So QLU, like, we have all the upcoming programs that are happening and continuing. So every month we have a program called Maitre Buddha Training Program, sorry, Transformation Program. There every month we have 2 days of session that is happening in the presence of our all the gurus, right? So there we have all the wisdom we get there, and also in exchange to that we do a lot of seva there, like planting a lot of plants and other stuff there. Okay. And apart from that, we have upcoming Telugu Soul Coach program, transformation program that is happening in the month of March, and also in English as well as Hindi. That's going to happen. For all these dates and everything, please try to visit the website. Okay. And we have inner child programs also that are happening in Telugu as well as English, and also past life regression in in this year 2025. And we have this all these workshops happening in different places also. So please try to follow our website and try to go through them, and whatever you want to register for, you can. Because I share this every time, because a lot of questions and uh, information, I mean calls getting from different people seeking this information. Oh sir, like I missed this past life regression. I didn't know about it. So at least we are trying to ensure that this is not happening, and people are actually so enthusiastic in attending these workshops. We want to make this information reach to every person, and there we meet a lot of energetic people and a lot of enthusiastic that are coming there to workshops, and there is a lot of exchange in the energy from each of us, each individual, which is fantastic. Really, believe me, like, which is very fantastic. Like, you gain. I mean, that is total 6 days of workshop, and believe me, like, even after spending 6 days, we will not be able to gain that particular wisdom within that 6 days, whether it may be from the gurus or the questions that many people ask, or the way we interact with different people. Everything is wonderful. Okay, so you can visit our QLU website, qluglobal.org. Okay, so now let's do a quick few minutes of meditation. Okay, let's close our eyes for a few minutes. Just for a few minutes, let's relax, totally relax, and forget everything around us. What we have been doing so far since morning. Let's curtail everything. Let's not think about any such things. Let's totally concentrate on our breath, how the breath is flowing in and flowing out. Deeply, let's observe our breath. Let's be in the present moment, totally in the present moment. Would don't have anything important more than ourselves at this point of moment. The time is now for us. The total time is for us. It is for ourselves. It is time to spend time with ourselves. Let's try to connect with ourselves and try to tell us, yes, I am with myself. I am there for myself. I am the best friend of myself. Let's try to observe total breath that is going in and out, slowing down, calming down, very pleasant, cold, very breezy breath. Let's try to tell ourselves that from today onwards, I give importance to each and every part of my body. I take care of this body a lot. I nurture this body a lot with all the wisdom I learned, with all the good habits, with all the good food, right thoughts, right food. I start cultivating my body in such a way that I live very long, happy, joyous, and a wonderful life, which I am going to become a role model of everyone with all the wonderful way of living. I now prepare myself as a part of giving importance to each and every part of the body. First, most important thing is I'll try to keep some empty space for my stomach, filling half, at least half to 80% of my stomach to be filled and remaining to be kept empty so that my body balances itself properly. Now, I promise that I give my body proper diet, proper vegetarian, natural fruits and vegetables and grains that helps my body grow stronger, younger, and energetic. And whatever the work I have been doing and I will be doing in future, let's try to give quick breaks. I take care of my body a lot and I try to do a lot of meditation by removing all the stress, which helps me not to get stressed much. I'll be peace, calm, happy all the time with my meditation. No stress, no stress in my life. And any negative thought that is coming into my mind, I observe myself and embrace that negative thought and create a negative visualization, practice a negative visualization, which helps me embrace and travel through that negative thought and come out of it permanently. Remove that such thought deeply from the roots. That's a wonderful cultivation I can do to my mind. And anything in my life, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm thinking, I'm going to slow down before I do anything. I rush out myself. I try to slow down and give myself some time to balance my life. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow gives very much longevity, anti-aging, perfect results, which the slowing down makes me live in my present moment to the maximum extent. Next one is the mental work. I promise myself that I do every work, every moment in a proactive way, different way, uniquely, which helps me actively be active every moment instead of being lethargic. I come out of all these things. I will become very active. I use my left and right brain creatively. All my creative works helps me be active. And I also give my body full rest as early as possible so that all my parts of the body, each and every part of the body and the whole body is totally given proper rest. No mobiles, no unwanted talks, totally 100% sleep, deep sleep. Thank you for my whole body. And each and every moment, I try to find my purpose of my life. I use the technique called logotherapy and try to find the purpose of my life. Who am I? Where did I come from? Why did I come here? Why did I choose these parents, these children, this spouse? So, total purpose of my life, I will try to know from this moment of time. And every moment from now onwards, I'm going to cultivate all my relationships. I'm going to live brighter, happier, joy, enjoying my relationships. It's not end of my day or end of my death. I'm going to realize that I'm missing all these things. From today onwards, I'm going to live like I'm going to die tomorrow. I'm enjoying all my relationships and cultivate all the relationships. Next, coming to seeking the flow. So every work I'm going to do, I seek the flow. I try to do it in a flow, not with the blocks. Every work that we are going to do in a flow, we love it. We enjoy that. When we do that, automatically the success or money or whatever it may be that comes, there is no need to go behind anything else. Everything is the state of flow we are in, the natural flow we have within us. Let's bring it up to make our life fantastic. All these points, whatever we discussed so far, which helps us balance both spiritual and physical life. Thank you for this book. I'm going to read and implement this book, Ikigai, in my day-to-day life from now onwards to make my journey wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love myself. I love everyone. We are all here to grow together, learn together. Let's say thank you for this book and all masters who has been supporting this. Let's keep both of our hands on our eyes. Both the hands on our eyes. Slowly, let's open very slowly, as and when we are ready. Thank you. So, thank you, friends. Thank you joining. Thanks for joining. So, I see Vijay and Vinod sir. So, we have any questions to ask, sir? You have any questions or doubts to ask? Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. If no doubts, like, yeah, thank you so much, Vijay sir. If no other questions, yeah, okay, sir. Nothing specific. Okay. Thanks for giving us the opportunity, sir. And thank you each one of you. So, especially I thank QLU before I end this session. Each and every Sangha member here. And have a great day, rest of the day today. Thank you so much.